welcome to Sip and Chat, everyone. July the 1st. Oh my God, July the 1st. I cannot believe that we are 6 months already. We are half of the year. So
I know, right? Jesus, the year went by so fast.
I'm telling you. So tonight we are going to talk about a whole heap of things. We're not having a major topic. We're just going to talk about life pool, things we do a yard, which is considered Jamaica, to things that we do here in America. So, just overall some of the things we're just talk and chat, because we just a sip and chat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tonight we have Raquel, known as Flowers, and we have Tiffany. So we're gonna just sit back and chat and sip a drink and chat all sorts of things. So Raquel, let me ask you, because me and your days and I like so we like that. But because we went to school in Jamaica and it's different here, how is it that the kids are they still getting beaten in Jamaica when they're bad at school?
Well, I more think that they're getting punishment and suspension.
So not physical beating with belt like we used to get back in the days.
Yeah, like we have to stand up our whole, we hand our foot, we ears our foot for punishment and so. And them used to have like some tire thing where them used to tell for all out my hand and then beat you. But that not go on again.
Not even that? That's a punishment. They're not even beating them.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Not that I'm saying people should be beating children. I'm just saying I'm surprised that Jamaica would make that transition. I'm real surprised because they were still whooping. They were still whooping, but when I was there, and that's 10 years ago.
Well, I don't think it's really getting beaten these days. So that's why they're really so unruly. But back in our days, going to school, we had a lot of punishment. We had a lot of suspension. I mean, we used to get beaten with ruler. We used to get beaten with tampering switch. We used to get beaten with...
And I had a teacher named Mr. Bishop from Independence City School. That man used to call him Belt Gilbert. A big letter belt. And believe me, I used to run. When that man comes beat me, you not catch me. Me, I run. You're not catching me.
You actually remember his name? How much beat? Oh, yes. You remember Femi? I'm telling.
Because that man tormented with Gilbert. He put Gilbert onto his desk and teach. So you better learn, or else Gilbert is going to be working on you.
I had a teacher back in primary school, Mr. Jones. Him soaked him rubber belt in a one bucket where trust me. Like one bucket of water.
That's different. Wow, that's real wild.
If you put a chalkboard and you can't do the sum or you can't answer the question on the blackboard, you're getting beaten or you're getting punishment. If you're late, you get punishment. If you chatterbox in a class, yeah, remember the belt, the rubber belt, the name respect.
So that means they were nicer by the time I came around, but they got too they got real hands off.
No teacher never get the chance to beat you because your mother makes sure your mother makes sure.
What do you
mean? You see, we call them brown nose, right? In America here, we call them brown nosing. And your mother was doing a lot of brown nosing, so you don't get beaten.
In school, I did. Yes, I got. Especially when you're supposed to do your timetables and I got timetables wrong. Yes, they did. What you talk about? You had to have it out like that. Yes, they did. Remember that? I just wasn't that bad all the time. I really wasn't. I was a talker, but I wasn't a bad kid.
Chatterbox. Don't put it nicely. A chatterbox.
I was.
My teacher, what his name, Mr. Jones, if he put a math sum on the board, and like him and I say, Raquel, Donna, come and do this sum on the board. And you stand up on the chalkboard with the pencil in your hand, and you don't know which part to start from. If it's wrong, you get a beat. And you have to and everyone you have to draw back, and you have to go so. And then we say, okay, you don't get it right yet, stand up in the corner, you have to hold one ears and one foot.
What school is this?
So we're up pole with the teacher to say, beat him, but no
Blind him.
T-I.
Save him eye.
Beat him, but I save the eye.
Oh
But these kids now get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah, these kids
they
get
sure
away
do.
with a lot. So that
It's
is
not
why,
like, I guess because you see,
no.
our parents was into the older thing where, you know, teachers have right to come be kids because it take a village to raise a child, not one person or two person. So because of that, you know, comparing America school life with Jamaican life, we're just, you know, we're going to talk about many different things, a whole lot of things. So just life on a whole. So right now we're just discussing, you know, the difference. In America, we know that kids don't get beaten, but in Jamaica we do. And right now I have a friend, which, you know, Raquel, she was just mentioning that kids in school no more in Jamaica doesn't get beaten anymore with belts. You know, it's more suspend or expel, which I think is a good thing to some point, because you have some teachers to me that abuse a lot of these kids.
Yes, they definitely did.
And I can testify. I remember my school, Southern Prep, and I was in 2nd grade. And my biological father was apparently used to date this woman, this teacher. And I don't know if it's before I was born, after I was born, but whatever. But I know it was not when my mother was with this man. But however, though, this teacher heard my last name, and which, you know, my last name is very unique. Mariette Blake is not a name that is, you know. And this teacher, I wasn't into her class. I was actually into 2A1, and she was 2A2. And my teacher wasn't there that day, so she had to overlook her class. So she get the opportunity to get to me. And I didn't even know this. And it so happened that, you know, we're talking in class and she said to be quiet, but she pinpointed me and took me out. But it so happened that before that happened, she used to question me and ask my mom and my dad. And I used to went to them and say to my mom, like, why is this teacher asking me these questions about my dad? Da, 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 da. But still, my mother never jumped into it. She never paid no mind, however. But this teacher claimed that I was the one that was chatting in class with your other people. I know it wasn't chatting, it was Cassetta just was talking. I remember that story playing. And the teacher literally want to beat me. Literally, and I had to pick up my bag and walk out the school. I said, you're not beat me. Not putting your hands. With
us when going to school back in those days, and like we get punishment or we always have a nickname to give the teacher. You remember Bunty Brown, Talia? Remember that teacher there, Bunty Brown?
Y'all had names for the teachers?
Not sure. Every lick them give, we'll give them a name. And them not like the name.
It does that much for us to make that much effort, because I don't recall us having any names for none of the teachers for doing that.
That's about you guys handling a teacher like
she have gray hair. The sun it turned purple. So we used to call her Bunty Bun.
Yeah, so mean. But I guess over each generation get less and less. I do think these children should be punished. I mean, make them like that. They need to be punished because these kids are wild.
Yeah.
Kids running laps is not a punishment. That is playtime.
What are you talking about? You know how hard it is to sit in the heat and run laps multiple times.
If back in the days, if my mother said, I'm not going to run the road, definitely, Mom, I'll be bad every day. That is not.
You don't know the laziness of these kids. That is work for them. Jumping jacks, they gotta do exercise. They gotta put their arms out and hold it straight and stuff like that. They don't want to do that. That's a punishment to me.
Maybe because my kids are not like that. My kids are very energetic and always moving.
The punishment that we really used to get sometimes is stand up in the sun on the platform. All of that.
So you can't do that. That's a setup for a lawsuit for heat exhaustion.
People come late, you know, so we're not going to class. We have to do some punishment on the platform, stand up in the sun for 1 hour. hour, half an hour.
My God, they really was abusing y'all. Whatever happened to putting a book on your head and you have to stand there?
The school, Independence City all-day school. I never liked that school 100%. That school, first and foremost, Mr. Reed used to tell the kids them to go pick up garbage. How the hell you gonna punish a kid and tell him to go pick up garbage? He used to do that. I used to hate that so much. Well, we never get that in Mr. Bishop
What
class.
type of garbage are you talking about? Like paper on the floor?
We're talking garbage outside where the schoolyard and people drink them bag juice and then juice and throw it on the floor. Garbage.
Oh, that's normal.
And I just like, how dare you tell these kids to go pick up? I used to see them like, why would he punish kids like that? That's just ridiculous, you know. But
I mean, it's not physical with their hands, without gloves and everything.
Wait, there, Tiffany, this is Jamaica. Who giving nobody no gloves?
Well,
now they may be giving gloves.
I know Tiffany wasn't going to do it. I was certain one. My behind. Call my mom. I'm not doing it. I know I wasn't going to do it. I'm going to come. Not Tiffany.
Well, I guess the whole.
You know, it's nothing. These kids, if they even come late, it's nothing. I remember when going to school, and if we ever turn up late, we're going back home. Them sending us back.
But they do that here in Florida. They don't even let you in anymore. In Florida, they're doing that here. They'll close the door. It was so bad that there were parents who are throwing their kids over the gate to bring them to school because they're cut down here. They're doing it. If you late, you late. You ain't coming. So I don't know how Orlando's doing it, but that's what they did down here. And they told parents to stop throwing them kids over the gate.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because they're locking down for security, you know, the shootings and all that.
Right.
So they lock down, so they're not letting them in if you're too late. Yeah, there's like maybe 5 minutes, but once the gate's locked, that's it. For especially younger kids, but they're not letting people in like that. No.
Well, my kids never late like that.
Don't they take the bus?
Well, sometimes I'll drop them. It depends, especially the smaller ones, but they never late like that for me to ever encounter where they close the gates.
Yeah, they close the gates now, at least in Florida. I don't know about other states, but that's what they're doing. I mean, it's good security measures. They can't be having these crazies coming around with these kids. You never know these days.
Well, I'm really glad that they really cut out the beating in Jamaica with the kids then, because like I said, a lot of teachers
took advantage.
Yeah, and I was one of that. I would have been a victim of that, I should say, if I wasn't smart enough to say, hey, this teacher, I carry man feelings and I'm a daddy. I'm not even there with him. I'm a father. And you want to beat me because I beat you? What that have to do with me?
Exactly. So the audacity.
Right. So exactly. I never forget that teacher. She was a hard teacher. I saw my father, other females that he dated, and I was like, what the hell he saw on that big tough cuff? She had some hard.
He could have been drunk. Okay, things happen, yo.
But I never scamble. But yeah, I pick up my bag and I walk out the class. I was like, hell no. I left the school. I went home and I told my mom. She did come up to the school door, and from there, that teacher never messed with me ever again. Never. But it's just ridiculous. But it's good that they cut that out, though. You know, the beating in school.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if I was in Jamaica and I'm sending my kids to school, and I'm not going to lie, I might be able to come home and tell Mr. Teacher, teacher.
Good night. Good night. AdoniYah.
And my fault. I want to tell you.
AdoniYah.
But you know what? I can spell it and pronounce it my way so I can get good night.
That's calling me the most I got. I ain't that powerful as yet.
That's fine. So good night. Welcome to our show. So tonight we're just talking about everything. We started to really talk about, you know, the difference between kids going to school here in America and Jamaica. You know, we used to get what little butt pop, Wally poppins in America. The kids have not got through that. So a friend of mine, which she always on our show, which she's a part of the show, Raquel. She's there, so she is aware and can tell us that no, that not no more. Be kind of more, mostly suspension and expelled, you know, stuff like that. So tonight's show, we're talking about a little everything. We're just let's sit on a chat. So, you know, enjoy. and things. So welcome.
You know, we have school from Monday to Friday in Jamaica, and we also have Saturday classes. But you know, if you do anything bad or so, you will get punishment. So I know they do Sunday school as well. So I was wondering if they beat students in Sunday school.
No.
That's not the pastor doing it.
Oh, I thought it was a pastor.
Oh no.
No.
But no, but me being an Israelite, I know me being a Christian for all these years before I became an Israelite. I know that Sunday school people, they don't hit you in Sunday school. Sunday school is a place of learning about scripture. So there wouldn't be it's not academical, it's academic learning. It's a spiritual learning. So they won't be hitting you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So no.
Okay.
I know.
So you're saying, say Sunday school, you don't get beaten in Sunday school in Jamaica?
Why would you? But Sunday school is not mandatory. You go because your parents made you go.
Right.
Like why
I'm
would
trying
they
to remember got my butt popping Sunday school.
I don't remember Sunday school. I mean, I went.
I got my ear in school. I got my
Like there might be some disciplinary action like a parent would do to you, but they're not gonna beat you like you're in school or you're this. You know what I mean, that's a whole that's two different two different places. One is ethical and one is spiritual. So
yeah.
So,
I know I ain't staying Sunday school long because like I said they had devotion Monday through Friday. I went to church more than everybody. I don't need to be there on Sunday, like I said. I went to church every day, Monday through Friday at Hyde Preparatory School. I need to be there on Sunday for what? I say again, for what? Every day, Monday through Friday, our church every day. No, I was cool by
Sunday school.
I was, huh?
It's called Sunday school.
What I'm going there for, like I said, Hydell had devotion every day, Monday through Friday. Why am I coming to church on Sunday? I went to church more than everybody else, than even the adults. Why am I going again for? For what?
Listen, you can pray to the Lord 7 days a week, okay?
I can pray to the Lord on my time 7 days a week, not on other people's time. No.
You make it sound like
you see where they let me go there then. So you say you pray to God Monday to Friday, right?
No, I said when I was a child and went to Hydell. And Hydell had devotion Monday through Friday for an hour to an hour and a half, which is a normal church. So why would I go to church on Sunday when I went to church more than most people do it in general in their life?
So what about now you're an adult? Now that you're an adult, do you still pray like that, or do you still serve the Most High, or what?
Do I pray? I pray. Do I go to church? No, because I don't like people.
We don't want us.
I don't participate in church process. I've been to churches.
Hold on there. You don't say that like people. So what that mean? What you mean by that? You don't like this?
I'll say this now. I'll say it again. I don't like church folk. They're fake. I don't participate.
Okay.
I was a part of a program where I fed the homeless. And these are the same people who look me dead in the face. And, oh, you're bringing them here? They're homeless. And I'm like,
so what's your belief system today?
And they say, me being Christian has nothing to do with church.
No.
Church and me and God. And
nothing to do with Christianity. So I'm like, what's your belief process today?
In what way? I'm a
concerning the Most High. You say Christian people are fake, but
I'm a typical
but what I'm saying is,
I'm just not a church. I don't like the church structure in the process. You
can't put everybody in one bucket because there are people who listen. I don't believe.
No, it's not. It's the church structure altogether. It's all fake. It's all everybody, everyone. I deal with a lot of church people on a regular basis. It's not. There's a lot of people who go there in earnest. They have real good intention, but the process, everything is. It's not necessarily always the parishioners. Actually, the worst part is not the typical people at church. It's the people in power is the problem. They're fake as heck. It's a job. They're doing it to show. They're doing it to show off. I'm talking about the same people. While we're going up there trying to bring food to homeless people out the gate and said, "Oh, we can't do it today because feed people because they need help." But no, it's not pretty for their church. See, so And a lot of them are like that. It's a sorority. It's a
So you're
sorority.
saying,
And
you're
obviously
saying
not all
that
churches are like that, but the big
okay, but majority of these churches are the churches that you know about, that you
are the ones
encounter
I've
with.
gone to.
Right.
Yeah.
You encounter with that.
Then it becomes like a sorority. It's us versus them. The older ones won't let go
I tend to agree
for
with
the
you on
younger
that, for
ones to
real.
take over.
No,
And it's not to take over, but to move on.
Because you know why I agree with her? Because as you say, most of the churches are structured in that manner, in that way.
Mhm.
The churches are all structured in that way. Because remember, all churches are governed by who? The Pope, the Vatican. So all of them is structured in a certain way, to operate a certain way, to a certain capacity, and nothing more, nothing less. That's it.
You know, I mean, they're younger, newer, hipper church for millennials, younger people my age that are a little bit different. Once they get bigger and money gets involved, it's like, it's you know, but that doesn't stop you from getting your own self spirituality. Is just, you know, whether or not you want to deal with the church structure and the fakeness and the, oh, I'm doing this so I can look good. You know, y'all don't care. Y'all want to dress in coordinated clothes, but you don't care about the homeless. You don't care about the sheep. You just care about looking cute for the picture. And everyone here, and you sleeping with the pastor, and this one's sleeping with the pastor. This one's trying to sleep with the pastor's girlfriend doing this one's doing that. And not that people
so why does it sound like it's just a pastor? It happened in everybody's
church. It's not
church.
always the pastor, but you blame the pastor because he's supposed to be playing. You're supposed to be showing to be the better person. Your job is to emulate how people should live.
Right, which is true.
So that's why you get the blame when you do it. Not that I'm saying that they all are doing it. And sometimes the pastor's not the bad guy. It can be that one chick who wants to be first lady, who's out here wild.
But sometimes,
you know, but what I'm saying is it's a power thing. People want power. It's even though it's not, they want power. They want clout. They want to be that person. Oh, I'm the head of the pick an organization. I'm this and I'm that, and I'm Sister Mary Clarence, and I run the music direct. Okay, cool. So
advertising. What you're saying, they love the tackle on spirituality then.
They want titles. It's not about the church. It's not about God. I'm not saying they're not Christian, that they don't like the Lord. It's not about God for them. After a while, it becomes cliques. It becomes, who is the popular. It's high school.
Yeah.
That's all. And nothing's wrong with it. You know, but if you are willing to participate in it, but because I don't care long enough to participate in it, then it's not going to be for me. Now, will I go? Yeah, sure. Yeah. But to be like a full member of a church where I'm sitting there and we're fighting on up the creek to try to get things done. No, y'all can have it. I don't have time. I don't.
But your husband is very much in his church. So why are you not a part of it?
Why am I not a part of it? I'm not a part of it. Me and him are two different people. What he likes to do, and I would not stop him from doing an engagement and stuff like that he wants to do, but his engagement has nothing to do with me. That's not my business. That's his business.
Y'all are two different people.
But when you're married, you combine as one. So
right.
No, I'm Tiffany.
Girl,
I'm Tiffany. We don't need to buy finances, baby. I'm Tiffany. No. I'm one person.
But two can't walk unless they agree.
We don't disagree.
Sometimes some of them sit on a front bench for either see pastor or him son. Because who know they
what? Yes.
Mix up. That's that. I don't go to church. Nobody can't.
That is true. The mix up bad, yo. They're real mix up. But his relationship and with the Lord and my relationship with the Lord is nothing to do with the church structure.
So what's your relationship with the Lord?
I have a typical relationship. I pray. I pray most nights. I read the Bible when I feel like it.
What's a typical relationship with the Lord?
What's a typical one?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's a typical relationship with the Lord? What do you mean by that? I know you're.
I'm an average person. I'm because I use the term typical. So he's asking.
Let me see why I asked that question. Number one, we have to remember that the Lord, who is the King of the universe, is the creator of the universe. The Most High God is not our friend. He's not our companion. He's not our pal. He's not someone that we could
tell you that.
Listen
Who
to
tell
me.
you that?
He's your father. He's your brother. He's
Who told you that? God never told nobody he's nobody brother. God never told nobody he's their brother.
God is
But-
everything. God to me,
But
God is
God is my
everything
friend.
you need in life.
He's my best friend.
That he'll
So
stand by
you
you in the
can't
way
tell
you
me
want
that
to
he's
stand.
not my best friend. Because when God and me talk, me and him talk.
Let me tell you what God said in the scripture. He said, I'm not a man that I should lie. I'm not the son of man that I should repent. He said, I'm not like you. He said,
Which part of the Bible is there?
eh?
Which part of the Bible you find that?
I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Okay.
And there you go. So that's your relationship. And that's your relationship with the Lord. While some people want to have a more intimate relationship with the Lord and feel as though
You know what changes a lot of people
or their
mind?
brother or their father. I think more like a father figure in my opinion, but that's for me. And Talia just said like her best friend. So everyone's relationship with the Lord is what you
It's
make.
different. Exactly.
So,
And
so it's
and
not a bad
when
thing
you,
or a
like,
good thing.
okay, if you're gonna say he said that, if you're gonna say he said that the Lord said that in the Bible, it doesn't. You see, this is what the problem with men, not man as in man, but human being on a whole, is that what you read is what belief is. What I read is my belief. Now you're saying.
I'm gonna get top 10 verse. Numbers 23 verse 19. Look it up. Numbers 23 verse 19.
Are the Bible where I use today, I use the Bible back then.
The King James version. I use all the King James version.
Hold on. When I use the Bible, I use today, and everything in the Bible I use today, we work with. And some things have me not accept.
Verse 19.
You know what people man in the churches today?
Okay, what's the verse? I have my Bible. I can reach my Bible right now. What's the Bible?
Numbers
What's the verse?
22 verse 19.
Numbers.
God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak, then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? What there's the summary of that comes, I take that way as saying that he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do, and that he is above us, and that's a fact, we know that. But whether or not you think he's your best friend or not doesn't stop his aboveness from you, because he's the Lord. If he's the Most High, if he's anointed above you, then he's gonna be above you no matter what relationship you think you have with him. At least that's how I would see it. Everyone has their different relationship. Some people don't want to have
a friend that tell me she was in love with God. She told me, Talia, I'm so in love with God. I don't want a man. I am so in love with God. Then I even said, I'm jealous. I want to be in love with God just the way how she's in love with God.
And that's good for her because that's how it works. First of all, religion for humans on a psychological level is a way to deal with and accept things in life for ourselves, and that's how it is. If people, like for instance, if you're sick, did you know people who are sick, if they have a better relationship with the Lord, they'll have a better chance of survival? So whatever works for that person, it's for them. That's why we have multiple religions. That's why we have Islam, we got Judaism, we got Christianity, Catholicism, and
religion is not from God.
What I'm saying, some of these
no, religion is not of God. We made religions and denominations. I mean, if we get technical speaking, we should be Jewish because he was Jewish. If that's what we're gonna be, if we want to get technical.
Who was Jewish?
God was Jewish.
No,
yes, he was Jewish.
My God, not a Jew. My God
was Jewish. But he was born Jewish. He was born in a Jew. So technically speaking, he is.
That's not God. That's Jesus you're talking about. That's
Jesus. I meant Jesus. If we're trying to be historical about religion, is Jewish. So some people will say we should be Jewish because he was born Jewish.
Is a man God? Jesus is not God. Jesus was a man.
Right. So you're talking about two different people.
The Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit. But see, then some people think they're all the same person. Therefore,
no, but anybody think that they're the same person is dumb because they're two different. One is a man and the other is not.
And some people think he's the Son, the Ghost, and the Holy Spirit. So some people put all three in one. I didn't say I did. I'm saying how.
But all three in one, meaning the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So that's what it means. But it doesn't mean that it's Jesus is the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
But I've heard someone say that. Well, I learned that in religion class when I went to my Christian college.
There's nowhere in the Bible that says God is three in one and Trinity. That's not nowhere in New Testament or Old Testament.
The Holy Trinity. That's
Yeah,
actually
where-
the Holy
where-
Trinity is
where
actually
scripture
more.
where that is?
The Holy Trinity is more Catholic, but that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
but it's not in
Everyone
scripture.
do their religion in a different way, so there's no wrong way to go about it.
Yes,
I'm
there
not
is a wrong
Catholic,
way.
but
Yes,
I do
yes,
know
there's a
about
wrong way
it.
to go about it. There is a wrong way to go about it.
No,
And
it's
how is
not.
the wrong way? How is the wrong way?
There's nowhere in scripture say nothing about no Trinity or no Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
So, but people feel that way.
Listen,
It doesn't make
nobody
it
know the
wrong.
people.
But what the scripture say, a man should never lean on his own understanding, but every word that comes from God. So now, what me think and you think and what our thought process is no. You don't lean on you what the most High God saying is word is final. That's it.
However, that
But
can
to
be
tell you
stated.
that-
Okay, you
the
kind of
Bible-
lost me there because I don't know.
Huh?
No, what he said, I'm trying to understand what he's saying, but he kind of lost me there.
God
Oh.
is a spirit. Nobody knows if God is a man or a woman. God is a spirit. The Bible tells him.
There's nowhere the Bible God say what
That
the
word,
spirit.
they must worship him in
Show
spirit
me
and
the
in
Bible. Show me the Bible in the Old Testament and the New Testament. God said, I'm a
Enough of these pastors are the one who make you not want to go to church because they watch.
So funny though. I have a pastor on the show, and the pastor not saying anything, and this is a show that.
Anyone can show me the Bible. God said, I'm a spirit. Making $1,000 today.
What happened?
Anyone can show me the scripture that God said, I'm a spirit. Me pay them.
But him tell you, God is a spirit. That
No.
they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
But there's
So
no
what
way
is-
God said, I'm a
Okay,
spirit.
okay, let me ask you a question.
Mary,
Let me ask you because
okay,
what religion do you believe into?
I have no religion.
Listen,
Okay, who's your God?